All right, here is the page 2. So here it's just adding, subtracting, subtracting. So 7, 8, and 8 plus 5, 8 plus 8 is 16, 13. So 138 and 7/10. It's 8 plus 5 again, so 13. 10 plus 2 is 12, and one more, 7 and 23/100. Subtraction, 3 take away 0 is 3, 0 take away 7, we need to borrow, 10 take away 7 is 3, decimal, 3 minus is 2, and I need 4 take away 7, I need 8 take away, okay, I need to borrow, but I can't borrow here, so I'm going to borrow from there. Make this 18, but now I need to borrow, so make it 17. 14 minus 7 is 7. 17 minus 9 is 8. And this is a 0 now, so this is a 0. Okay, that was worth 4 points. All right, 1 is $2.65. 10 is $26.55. Multiply this by 100, so you add 226. You're multiplying, you're moving it over, right? And then you're taking that same number and adding it by 1,000. So 26500. You're moving it over 3 places. 1, 2, 3, 2,650, and then by 10,000 would be 26,500. Okay, now B and C are difficult to score. So this is worth 1 point if you filled that chart out. This was going to be worth 1 point, and this was going to be worth 1 point. So what happens to the number of zeros in the product when you multiply a number by the power of 10? So what happens to the number of zeros when you multiply it by 10? The number of zeros increase by the power of 10. So I'm trying to use the language in here. So if you were for example, if you are multiplying by 10, there would be 1 0. If you were multiplying by 100, there would be 2 zeros. And why does that happen? Well, the reason why it happens is because you are increasing the value of this digit by 10. So for example, in this one, the 2 in the 1's place now becomes a 2 in the 10's place. So it's increased by 10 because you multiplied by 10. The 2 here is now worth 200 because you multiplied it by 100. Okay, so it's about place value. Sarah was looking at the table above. She noticed that when you multiply a number by the power of 10, the decimal point moves over to the right by 1 place every time. Explain to her why that works. Well, the decimal is what separates whole numbers from fractions, right? So as the decimal moves to the right, the value or whatever digit is in that place is increased. The value of that is increased by the power of 10. Okay? So that one I had to read and make a judgment on whether you seem to understand and answer these questions. All right. 1 gram is worth 1,000 milligrams. 1 kilogram is worth 1,000 grams. How many grams in 784 kilograms? Well, if 1 kilogram is 1,000, so 784, I would have to multiply, so 784. And again, how many zeros? Just like this problem, 3 zeros. So the answer would be 784,000 grams. Now we're starting with grams and we're going to go to kilograms. So kilograms are heavier weight. So instead of multiplying by 1,000, we're dividing by 1,000. So we have 34. The decimal is here. And the decimal place is going to move how many times? 3. So to the left because it's getting smaller. 1, 2, 3. And we put a 0 there. So 34 thousandths is the answer. How many milligrams in 6.2 grams? Well, 1 gram is 1,000, so I'm going to multiply 6.2 times how many? By 1,000, so 3 zeros. So it's going to move 3 places. 1, 2, 3. So 6,200 milligrams. And again, just as before, we're going to go with a heavier weight, a smaller weight to a larger weight, so it's going to get to dividing, and you have the decimal is right here, 10,500 grams by 1,000. So we move it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And now it's 10.5 kilograms. And this one was worth 4 points, 1 for each.